as it is available. I'd like to introduce our speakers for the day. I'm excited to welcome my good friend Patrick Tiet. He's CEO of our company and author of Execute Without Drama and Rhythm, which is all about how to achieve breakthrough execution and accelerate your business growth. I'm also joined by my friend and team member Chris Cosper. Chris is our head of coaching, and she just works so hard and tirelessly to coach our team of coaches and our clients to achieve breakthrough execution and success with Rhythm. And again, for those of you who just joined, I'm Ryan Walcott, your Webcast host and head of Rhythm Products. Patrick and Chris, it's great to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, first I wanted to thank everybody for being with us on this webcast. And more importantly, I wanted to thank everybody for being with us on our journey. The company's about 8 years old now, and it's been an incredible journey. So I wanted to take you through a quick history of our journey. So we started in about 2006, and when we first started, for the first couple of years, all we offered was on-site coaching. So we provided on-site coaching to help you develop your plans and help you, create your strategies and do well for your business. And so that was how we started the company for the first couple of years. And then in 2008, we began to realize from these lessons of coaching that you really needed some software to provide executive teams with a CEO control tower. So we wanted to give you guys, simple dashboards to help the executive make critical decisions. And with that, we announced Rhythm Software in 2008. And so those were our two main things that we had: on-site coaching and Rhythm Software. With all those lessons, we continued to learn, and then we get to 2011. In 2011, we added on Rhythm for Teams. We realized that it wasn't good enough to just have the executive team plan. We began to realize the power of actually working with teams and cascading those plans down to teams and then planning with teams. So we began our journey with cascading to teams in 2011. And then the iPad came out, or rather our product Rhythm for iPad came out. We started really focusing on rhythm coaching, and in 2013 we started having what we call village coaching that we'll talk about a little bit more today. Village coaching has really been a big difference maker for us. And then towards the end of 2013, I don't know if many of you know, but we celebrated our software patent getting granted to us as a company. So that was a major milestone for us. Our software is now patented, and it's really exciting for us. And then last year we released Rhythm 2.0. With Rhythm 2.0, we really started helping clients get into a successful rhythm of thinking, planning, and doing. And again, the software allowed us to provide that discipline that our coaching was helping our clients do. So now let me share with you how we're doing today. So today we have crossed the 100 customer mark. We now service more than 100 active customers. And with these 100 active customers, we have more than 3,000 people using Rhythm. It's really cool. We've got more than 3,000 Rhythm users. But the best part is these 3,000 Rhythm users have put in more than 125,000 priorities that planned and completed. And we add about, as a team, as a family, we add almost 15,000 new priorities every quarter. And so from these new priorities, or from these priorities getting done, we got lots of patterns, and we're able to make even better recommendations based on understanding these facts and these patterns. So patterns we have learned to help with breakthrough execution. A bunch of things over here. We need good quality plans that have good weekly meetings. And we need to get serious faster. Lots of times we've been coaching our clients to watch out for weeks 4, 5, and 6. Oftentimes, those are the weeks that kind of get us stuck. But if we have a stronger execution planning process, you can avoid this 4, 5, and 6 red thing. Third key learning we had was that we want to collaborate on actions for red instead of getting upset, right? No whacking of heads. You guys don't need us to teach you how to whack heads. We're all natural born head whackers, unfortunately. So what we want to do is help us all collaborate on actions for red. So we've gone from, getting a dashboard up and statusing to now focusing on changing the world by helping you achieve your dreams. And so we get you on a good think, plan, and do rhythm. We get your dreams translated into winning moves with a regular think rhythm, and then get these things laid out in execution plans with a plan rhythm, and then weekly and daily accountability execution with the do rhythm. It's really hard to grow a company and break through complexity. So what we've found is that we can help by simplifying and breaking out complexity with a consistent rhythm and a consistent method, helping you with consistent habits. And so to do that, we've got tools and coaching, and then the software that provides discipline. And so all the things you see on the slide here are the various things that have helped our clients over the last few years. And all these things helped me to write my new book, Rhythm, which was released in late February this year. And the book is doing well. I hope that you've had an opportunity to read it, and if you have, I'd love to just invite you to leave a review on Amazon for me. And so today, 2014, we find that we have Rhythm software, we have our Rhythm book. We've also renamed the blog to Rhythm Blog, we have Rhythm Tools, we have Rhythm Coaching. We're really focused on trying to own the word rhythm in the industry. And so with that, the next logical step is to rebrand ourselves to Rhythm Systems. And so we're very excited to share the news with you today. And we're also very excited, in addition to us becoming Rhythm Systems, to share some news about Rhythm 3.0. And that's what we're going to talk about next. And so to achieve breakthrough execution and accelerate growth, we've found that it's not just about software. It's also about having the right method, the right rhythm, the right habits, the right tools, and then the software is the glue to make that all happen. And so it's not, I'll say this again, you know, some of our friends will call us and say, hey, we just want the software. And we've found that it's not just the software. If all we did was give you software without the methods, without helping you build habits, you'll find that you're not going to execute all that well. And so this patented software provides discipline to help implement the method in our habits. And so today we've found that Rhythm really stands on three pillars. You know, we're an all-in-one system with three main pillars. We have Village Coaching, we have patented software, and we have Rhythm University, which is a step-by-step guide 24/7 and on demand. And so I would like to hand the webcast over right now to Chris Cosper, our head of coaching, who's going to show you how Village Coaching is already making an impact for many of our clients. So Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick. It's, you know, talking about our coaches and how we interact with clients really is one of my favorite things to do. So first of all, what I want to tell everybody who's listening today is that every one of our coaches is a rhythm expert. They are masters in understanding and implementing every aspect of our Think, Plan, Do methodology. We spend a lot of time honing our craft, and we spend a lot of time with Patrick. We share stories, learning, and improving how we do what we do every day. We have a very thorough recruiting and selection process. In fact, we use top grading just like we recommend to you. And we are completely confident that the coaches that we have on our team are the best of the best. So we have an intensive onboarding and training process, and internally we have a core value that's called Keep Smart. So we continue to invest a lot of our time and resources, frankly, in ourselves. We know that every investment we make in our coaches is really an investment in your long-term success. So no matter who your primary coach is, you should rest assured that you're going to be in very good hands. But what's really unique about this team is that every coach brings with them a unique background and some specific areas of expertise that they're able to share with the team. So we have coaches that, you know, some have industry expertise like technology or manufacturing. Some excel in process design and operational excellence. Some have expertise in team building and professional development and executive coaching skills. We have coaches who have been CEOs. We have coaches who have been clients, you know, who've actually used the software in their business and have firsthand experience of what you experience every day. We have coaches who are bilingual, and we have different ways that our coaches work with you too. We have some of the coaches work with you and your team virtually on an ongoing and regular basis, and we have others who travel to your location and, you know, are there to facilitate your planning sessions for you. And we have some coaches who do both of those things. So if you think about it, you know, if you could really kind of roll all this up into one coach, it would be like the greatest superhero coach ever. And that's really what we think the power of Village Coaching is. It's you do have the access to all of that rolled into one. So you have one primary coach that works with you consistently to make sure that you're establishing the proper habits, maintaining momentum, and practicing, you know, good, proper think, plan, do rhythm. they act sort of like your primary physician. You know, if you think in terms of how you interact with your doctor, you have a primary physician that you go to and is aware of everything that's going on with you. But you have the power of this village of coaches behind you. And, you know, this is your brain trust. These are the specialists that we can call in at any given time. You know, the traditional model of coaching is that you just have one coach, right? It's this one person who's there with you, and you do the best you can to choose well. And you assume that that coach is well-trained and able to give you the best guidance. But there may be times that you think, you know, I sure would like to have a second opinion on that. And, you know, you can rest assured knowing that you're always getting a second opinion. You have this rhythm coach that is part of something much larger than just what one individual coach could ever be. And you actually have this whole team of smart people behind you working on your behalf. So I want to share one client story with you. Patrick asked me to kind of, if I could give an example of what village coaching looks like when it's in action. And D&Deal is the one that came to mind. This is a very successful online marketing company. They're headquartered in Switzerland. And they joined our Rhythm family about 1.5 years ago. Melissa was assigned as their primary rhythm coach and spent the first few months with them coaching them through the whole onboarding and implementation phase. And during that time, it was clear to us that they were going to be, you know, just a model client. They were adopted everything so quickly. The executive team did a great job with quarterly planning, and they adopted the weekly meeting habits, and soon decided to cascade rhythm into the departmental level. And Melissa's been coaching the executive team and different members of the group cascade plan, as you know, those leaders needed additional support too. So she was just very involved with a lot of people in the organization. And as it turned out, late last year, Patrick was in Europe for a period of time doing annual planning with clients, and he was able to spend a half day on site with this team and worked with the executive team, so really focused on core ideology, working on core values, core purpose, and just kind of exploring where they wanted to go with that. And they got a lot of value out of that half-day session, and some breakthroughs were made during that time. And Patrick was then able to hand it back to Melissa, and she was able to carry on after that session and kind of guide them through the next steps to complete the work. Because, you know, a lot of times great work happens in an on-site session, but it's the hard work that happens afterward that actually puts it into action that is so meaningful. So one of the next steps that we identified after that on-site session was a coaching call with me, actually. We decided that I would use one of their monthly coaching calls to do sort of a mini workshop with them. And during that workshop, we were focused on core values and did some exercises to try to help them break through their thinking on that and really identify what their core values were. But again, you can't, you know, it's not an event. It's a process, and it's the next steps that are most important. And that's where Melissa, you know, again, was able to work with them after the call to identify what additional steps were needed and kind of coach them through the completion of that core purpose and core values process. All of that, I think it happened in about a two-quarter time period. So as you can see, you know, we involved 3 different coaches in 3 different ways. And it was just a great example of village coaching coming to life. But it was also a great example of putting a think rhythm into practice, because they started in that on-site with Patrick at the end of last year and then continued for a couple of quarters working just on, very focused on this topic. And they used their coaching calls with Melissa and with me to move that forward. And throughout all of it, Melissa remains their constant champion through the whole process. And that really is, again, the role of that primary coach. It's the one who always knows what's going on with you and is always there to think, you know, help you think through what the next step in your path of progress should be. One other way that Melissa's been able to be a champion for this client was by bringing questions and challenges to our team during our weekly meeting. You know, as part of our rhythm internally, we as coaches get together weekly to review cases and brainstorm and challenge each other and offer fresh perspectives on client issues, so that coaches are then able to take those insights back to the team and back to the client. Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
You know, Chris, this is a great case study of how our coaches come together as a team. And, you know, I've always had that desire to help our clients change the world by achieving their dreams. And it takes more than one person to get them there. And so I love that that you told the story, because I'm hoping that our clients on the webcast will see the patterns, and think about how to mine more value from our concept of village coaching, which really is a difference maker for our customers.
Yeah, and we really do look forward to the opportunity to do that with all of our clients. I gave you the one example of DNZL, but there are many examples of this happening every day. And if that's something that you're not thinking about in terms of what village coaching means to you, I really want to challenge you to think about how you can engage with us in a more meaningful way through coaching. But these are some examples of specific things that we do. These weekly consultations that I was talking about, that opportunity for a coach to bring an issue before the team and let us help pull from best practices and real life examples that we've each lived through. We can do special one-on-one coaching calls with a different coach related to a certain area of expertise. We have many times we transition a client from one coach to a new coach after some period of time, and it just helps to get a new perspective, a fresh set of eyes on something. And then, of course, different coaches to do on-site facilitation versus the ongoing coaching that happens through Rhythm. Or we could have a coach that does both your on-site facilitation and Rhythm coaching. That's the great thing, is that we have clients who have benefited from both of those scenarios. Again, having the opportunity to have a different perspective and a fresh set of eyes, or the ability to really go deeper with one person by doing on-site coaching and Rhythm coaching. And then we also think it's really important for you to know that help is always available, that village coaching allows us to sort of always be on. Just because your coach takes a vacation, that doesn't mean that your company takes a vacation. So you can all have full confidence knowing that there's a coach available to help you, someone who knows who you are and is completely prepared to go to the second mile for you, even when your primary coach isn't available. So, every client is different, and we never take a cookie-cutter approach to anything. We just want you to know that your team is here, and we're happy to help you whenever you need it and in any way that you need us.
All right, sounds great. So at this point, you may have some questions. So if you have questions, please type those into the questions area of the GoToMeeting control panel. While we're waiting for you to type your questions in, there's a common question that we hear is, how do I explore village coaching? So Chris and Patrick, could you just talk about that for a moment while some questions come in?
Sure. Yeah. First of all, I would say that be open to the idea. Really think creatively about it, and then talk to your coach. Have a discussion with your coach on your next monthly coaching call, and that's the one person who knows you best and is always an advocate for you. So have an open and creative conversation about how we can really engage you in the full value of coaching.
Thanks, Chris. Well, no questions typed in so far, so let's keep moving along then. And again, if you have questions during the webcast, feel free to type them into your question box, and we have other pauses for questions throughout the webcast. So let's go ahead and move forward.
Great. So Chris, thank you very much. That is just so exciting how our focus is built around helping our clients win their Super Bowl and not our own coaching practice. So I'm just really excited about how village coaching has come along. So now to talk about the next two pillars, we have patented software and we have Rhythm University. So I want to ask Ryan, our head of products, to take you through some new and exciting stuff. All this focused on helping take a successful proven method that we've used with more than 100 customers active and help you to achieve your own breakthrough execution. So Ryan, please take us through that.
All right, thanks, Patrick. So I'm just excited to introduce to you today two great new tools. The first is My Rhythm for iPhone, which is part of our Rhythm 3.0 release. And so we built My Rhythm for iPhone to really help you stop letting the tyranny of the urgent run your week, so that you could focus on what's important every day and collaborate with your team to get your priorities done. You spend good money and time and planning to work on great execution plans. And My Rhythm for iPhone helps you keep your top priorities, actions, and KPIs in focus daily, not weekly. And it also helps you with collaboration. You can quickly collaborate with and harness the collective intelligence of your team to get your priorities and actions done. And we've just seen through experience with collaboration in the web version of Rhythm over the last year that collaboration really helps you accelerate solutions and results. So enough of me telling you, let me show you. So I'm going to show you a live demo here from my iPhone. And just give me a second to set this up. I just want to show you this beautiful new iPhone app that's still in development and will be available at the end of this quarter. So let me show you what it looks like. So I'm going to switch here to My Rhythm for iPhone. And so what you see when you first log in is a beautiful new screen. And you notice the arrangement may be a little bit different than what you're used to seeing in the web version. We put actions and comments, priorities, KPIs right to the top. And so what we wanted you to be able to do with this is, first and foremost, get your actions done. Getting actions done, we've learned, is a leading indicator to getting priorities done every quarter. And so to see what your actions are, you can simply tap on the actions list square here. And it loads all your list of actions. You can see them. You can scroll down through them. You can see the who, what, whens. You can actually add them to your calendar. You can mark them completed. And you can even add new actions on the fly. So as an idea comes to your mind or an action that you know you need to get done comes to your mind, you can pull out your phone, load your MyRhythm app, and add that action right on the fly. You don't have to try to remember it, wait till you get back to your desk. So it's a powerful new tool to get your action items done on the fly. Next thing you can do with this is collaborate with your team on priorities and KPIs every day, not just in weekly meeting preparation. And so you can tap the comments area, and you can see a listing of the comment activity, the comment stream, for your default group. And so you can just read down the list. You can see Jack CEO, he's having some trouble with his KPI on his employee lunches. He says travel is causing difficulty in scheduling. He'll be back on track in week 6. And so you know, if you're part of Jack's group, you can tap on this, and you can see the whole comment stream here. And you can log a reply to help Jack out just by tapping that reply button and typing in some comments right here. And so this is an effective tool, real simple tool to help you get engaged with helping yourself and your team stay on track and collaborate to get your priorities and actions done. And we're just so excited about these new features. You know, so many folks would put this off until weekly meeting preparation. Now you can keep these things front of mind every day as you work through this on your iPhone.
Hey Ryan, can I just add something about comments real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, so as a leader in our field here, right, what we charted to do for ourselves is to bring you guys the best of the best and to help you develop new habits of success. And one of the things that we've learned is that the faster you communicate with your team and the faster you collaborate, the more your actions and your priorities will get done. And you may even find things that would have been red, but because you collaborated early enough, you avoided the pain of red and yellow. And so if you notice back to the home page on this app, we really made comments front and center because we really wanted to help you guys think of getting in, collaborating, and helping each other get your priorities done. So it's, you know, the folks who collaborate the most are the ones who actually move the fastest and make the least mistakes. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you. And the other thing that we want to help you do is just break through the email clutter of life. You know, so often we hear people say, you know, this company needs an email diet, or I'm just lost in the flood of email. And so what collaborating in Rhythm can do for you, both in the iPhone and the web, is help you to be working on the most important things and store that work right on that item. So what I mean by that is if I look at my priorities here, I can look down my list of priorities, and when I tap on the comments button, I can see the comments specific to that priority. I don't have to go searching for that in an email thread in my email tool. And so this helps you keep everything focused and better aligned within your team to get your plans done. The other thing that's beautiful about this screen is if I look at my priorities, I can see the red and the yellow squares show me which ones are status red, which ones are status yellow. I can tap that. It gets me right to the red status item. if I flip the phone sideways, I get a nice trend view of the statuses. So I can see what my statuses are trending. And right now this one's statusing or trending green to yellow to red. So that red status, that's an action trigger. I need to raise my hand and ask for help. I'm stuck. So just flipping the phone sideways gives you a nice, beautiful status trend view for you to see that status trend, and then you can drill into each one of these items to work on them, collaborate with your team to get them done and get them unstuck. You can also see, you can record your weekend sync notes right here. So not only can you use this daily to get your work done, you can also use it to most effectively prepare for weekly meetings. So we always teach and coach that you need to plan your week, or your week's going to plan you. That's the purpose of weekend sync notes, both for you and to share with your team. And so you can review those here so that you can stay on track with those weekend sync notes through the week, and you can add them here in order to plan your week most effectively. And then finally at the bottom you'll see a client employee feedback button. We built this feature into the iPhone because we know, you're out working with clients, you're out working with employees, your staff members often each day throughout the week. And so often you'll get a piece of client feedback and you don't have anywhere to put it necessarily. And so you might forget it. You might say, oh, I'll log that when I get back to my desk. By the time you get back to your desk, you've lost some of the details. So we've put this client employee feedback button here so that you can just quickly pull out your phone, log that employee or client feedback, and you can see just by looking at it, this one's got this little red exclamation mark. That means that follow-up is required. And the little bubble icon you saw there means there's a comment that we've added in here. And so on the fly, you can pull this out, log your client or employee feedback, mark it for follow-up if any follow-up's needed, and add some comments. So you don't lose the information. You've got the information right there in your hand right when you need it. You'll never forget the details. And so that's basically the main features of the Rhythm for iPhone app, My Rhythm for iPhone. We try to keep it very simple so that you can have breakthrough execution both for you and for your team. And so I want to pause now just for any questions regarding the iPhone app. And one of the first questions we always see is, when will it be available? And so it will be available end of Q3. That's the end of September. And another common question is, how will I get it? How do I get this? You can get it as a download from the Apple App Store. We'll also send an email to you with a direct link to the item in the Apple App Store for you to download it and install it. And another common question while you're typing yours in is it free? It is part of your Rhythm subscription. So if you have a Rhythm login, you will have access to Rhythm for iPhone as part of your Rhythm subscription. So let me pause here just for a minute and take a look at some other questions. One of the common questions that's coming in is, do I have an Android version or a Samsung app? Not right now. Right now it's only for iOS, iPhone. So no Android app today. That doesn't mean we won't in the future, but we don't have one today. Another question is, when you log in that follow-up is needed for customer feedback, how does that get logged into the Rhythm software? So thank you, Cindy. Anything that you record in the Rhythm, the My Rhythm app for iPhone is going to be recorded in the Rhythm web app, so that when you log that as you're working through the week, when you get to your weekly meetings and you review client or employee feedback, you'll see that information right on the screen. It's all going to be right there in the web version as well, in real time. It's instant. And Steve says, my world is in my pocket, now Rhythm will be there too. Touchdown. Super Bowl thing. Thanks, Steve. I love that.
That's great.
Dr. V, thank you, Dr.
That's
V.
awesome.
Awesome comments. So thank you. So that is My Rhythm for iPhone. Very excited to release this to you this quarter. Now we're going to move on to Rhythm University. And so now let's talk about Rhythm University. Yeah, Rhythm University, with Rhythm University, you no longer have to spend valuable time creating agendas, slide decks for your planning sessions. Everything you need is right at your fingertips to be successful. You can learn from the insights from our village of expert coaches that have been collected and compiled from years of coaching and thousands of planning sessions. And so I'm excited to show you this brand new version of Rhythm University here today. So let me jump out of the slides and show you this. This is Rhythm University. And so the first thing you'll want to know is, how do I get to Rhythm University? Where is it? How do I get to it? So when you're within the Rhythm software, you simply click on this big green Coaching Help button. So when you're in the navigation pop-up, you click on this grid. That's the navigation pop-up. You can click on Coaching Help, and it takes you right to the home page for Rhythm University. You can also get to it within any software screen. So if you're working on a weekly meeting and you click on Coaching Help, you can click Coaching Help, and it's going to take you right to Rhythm University and right to the specific topic that you were working in. Notice here is Do the Work, Weekly Adjustment Meetings. So this is information on that specific topic. But right now we'll go back to the home page, and you see this beautiful city, and I want to share with you some of the powerful features of it today. So first, Rhythm University gives you simple, step-by-step coaching on specific topics. This isn't a lot of theory and philosophy. This is specific, down and dirty, step-by-step help on specific topics. So for instance, in plan rhythm, many of us are going into quarterly and annual planning this time of year. And so we built into the university specific topics like annual planning, quarterly planning, weekly meetings. In the Do rhythm, you'll see that there. And when I click on any one of these topics, let's use quarterly planning for growth, for instance, you'll see some background. You know, why should you even care about quarterly planning? Why does it matter? What do I do to have a successful session? Well, first you got to prepare. Next you got to do your session. Next you got to cascade your plan to your department. And within any one of these, you can click on this Read More button to drill down and get further information. Covered both in text and helpful videos that are brief and right to the point. And again, step-by-step specific instructions, even down to what role does what actions, or what role owns which responsibilities, what the facilitator should do, what team member should do, what tools they can use to be prepared, a facilitator's guide, materials, slide decks, both for 1- and 2-day sessions based on your needs, coaching tips on each page. So you don't have to feel like you're all alone or in the dark. You've got a village of coaches helping you. You've got a Rhythm University that's online 24/7 with all the tools and resources you need to be successful in these specific areas. We also have specific guides on topics like core values and purpose, on BHAG, brand promise, winning moves. And each one of these gives you step-by-step help on what it is, how it can help your business grow, why should you even care, why do they matter, steps on how to get them done, and even tests to test if your winning moves are right or if your brand promise is right, how to adjust and test. All these great resources, and even at the bottom of each page you'll see additional resources that have links to articles, our blogs, webcasts that we've been building for the last 8 years as a company, all at your fingertips right here. So that's the basic content. One other thing I want to show you about Rhythm University is we have this powerful new search feature. This is brand new in Rhythm University for Rhythm 3.0. Now you can search on any topic and get right to the information you need. So let's say you heard Patrick talk about leading indicators, and you can't really find that maybe through the menus or through the software links. So you can just come in and simply start typing leading indicators and hit the search. And it's going to help you get right to the articles in the university concerning that topic. So here we can see, here's an article on leading indicator KPIs. And that's the one we want. So just click right on that link, and it gets us right to that information. Just a quick and powerful search capability here in the university. It's also integrated with our blogs. So each of these topics, the blog categories, are linked into the additional resources. And so we've been blogging for years, hundreds of blogs. And so you'll also see that those blog topics come up in your search results. And finally, I'm real excited to show you and show off this Ask a Coach button. The Ask a Coach button is here for any questions you may have and have a need for to ask a coach. So if you can't find what you need through the search or through the menus, or you just want to come in and get right to it and ask a coach, you just click the Ask a Coach button. You can click this email link and send us an email directly. ask a coach anything you like, and we'll think on that, work on that, and reply within 1 business day. So the Rhythm University, it's just a powerful 24/7 coaching companion for you to help you come up with the best think, plan, and do rhythms to grow your business. And with that, let's pause for any questions that you might have on Rhythm University. And one common question is, when will this be available? Well, this Rhythm University, it's available right now. You just click on the Get Coaching Help button within the Rhythm software, and it takes you right to the university. If there are any other questions about university or any other topics on the webcast today, just go ahead and type those into the question box. We'd be glad to answer those for you. Any other questions? Anything that you wanted to mention, Patrick, that I might have missed?
Yeah, so you mentioned that the latest blogs are integrated, and yes, they are. They're integrated by category, each page, and that's totally awesome. So yesterday, I jokingly told Ryan before the webcast that I found great value in Rhythm University, so don't worry about our customers because we built it for me. and I said that because yesterday I had to work on something for a PR opportunity, and it was about leadership, and I wasn't sure exactly what to write, and Cindy said, Patrick, just go to Rhythm University and search. So I did. I went up there and I searched on high-performance teams, and out popped a couple of things that we had written, and out popped a couple of blog posts, and from that's all I needed to go get my PR project done. So it was at my fingertips, and I was, so I shared a quick story because I wasn't used to using Rhythm University yet, and that little quick thing that Cindy told me to do, now it's top of brain, top of mind for me. Now I'm thinking, well, when I need something, I'm going to use Rhythm University first and see what I can get from there. We have tons of resources, and the fact that our blogs are integrated makes our newest thinking, newest writing right there at your fingertips. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks,
and I would like to add too that anytime you search for something in university, if you're looking for something, some information, and you can't find it, maybe it's not there, and we would love to know that. So let your coach know, or send us an email and share that with us, because we're continuously adding to the content in the university. So we want to make sure we have everything you need.
Use the Ask a Coach button. It's there for you. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So questions, when is this available? So Village Coaching available immediately. iPhone, My Rhythm for iPhone at end of the quarter, and Rhythm University is available immediately.
So I wanted to thank Chris and Ryan for helping me today on this webcast. We're so excited to begin Chapter 2 of our journey together as Rhythm Systems. And with this rebranding to Rhythm Systems and announcing Rhythm 3.0, I'm just so ridiculously excited. We've got Village Coaching ramped up to a new place. We've got My Rhythm for iPhone. We've got Rhythm University. Village Coaching is just awesome. We get you the right expertise no matter who your primary coach is. That's really awesome. I hope you guys make use of that. And then My Rhythm for iPhone is I'm very excited about that. I can't wait for you to get your hands on it. In fact, I'm already using it. I'm using the beta version, of course, and it's really making such a huge difference to my effectiveness. It's just awesome. And then you've already heard my story about how Rhythm University made a difference for me yesterday. So Rhythm University is great. It's going to get you to the right tool or knowledge that you need immediately as you need it. So all these things are focused on helping you so that you can change the world and achieve your dreams. So Ryan, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick, and thanks so much, Chris, and to all of you, our Rhythm family of clients, for joining us on the webcast today. This concludes the webcast for today. We hope you enjoyed the Village Coaching, the new university, the iPhone app, and use them to improve your think, plan, and do rhythms, individually and as teams. And you can find more learning and valuable tools on our website at www.rhythmsystems.com. Again, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much.